One of the most recognized ships in the U.S. Navy is ready for service again after a massive overhaul. The USS Abraham Lincoln just finished a four-year, $4 billion makeover in southeastern Virginia. Jan Crawford spoke with the shipbuilders who had a role in this project. She's at a naval station in Norfolk with a special tour of the aircraft carrier. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning. So these ships are really like the emergency response team for the world. I mean, whenever there's a major conflict or humanitarian crisis, the carriers are there. No other country has anything like America's fleet, which means no other country has the kind of shipbuilders who build and keep these ships running.
The 90,000-ton USS Abraham Lincoln is one of the largest warships in the world, with a proud history. When the U.S. prepared to take on Saddam Hussein in 1991, the newly built USS Lincoln patrolled the Persian Gulf. During the 2003 invasion of Iraq, the ship launched over 100 missions a day and served as the site of one of President George W. Bush's most famous announcements. And when an historic tsunami killed hundreds of thousands in Southeast Asia, the Lincoln rushed to the region to provide relief. Now, nearly 3 decades after it first departed Newport News, the Lincoln is heading out again for another 25 years at sea, better than ever after a 4-year upgrade and overhaul at the Huntington Ingalls shipyard.
We're pretty close to the trial now, right?
Yes, sir.
Huntington Ingalls CEO Mike Petters gave us a tour of the carrier just before it was turned back over to the Navy.
Yeah, right over here are the catapults where the planes go right off the bow of the ship.
During the overhaul, that catapult, along with every component aboard the Lincoln, underwent extensive renovation, a responsibility Petters said he and his employees take seriously.
What does that mean, like to work here on this aircraft carrier?
Well, first of all, it's a privilege.
A privilege.
Privilege. The nation entrusts us with creating these complex platforms that are going to take really the most valuable resource we have, which is our young sailors, and take them into harm's way.
Often deployed for months at a time, more than 5,000 people can live aboard the Lincoln when it's fully staffed.
That's a city.
It is a city with its own airport.
With an airport.
Right? It's got all the things that you need to accommodate 5,000 people in a city, between food, sleeping arrangements, entertainment, training, every single thing that has to happen to support the mission of the ship. And then you're going to go and drive this city around out there at sea in an environment that's actually pretty harsh. At some point, the quality of our work is going to get tested.
And it can't fail.
It won't fail.
It won't fail.
It won't fail.
The man steering this massive construction project was U.S. Navy Captain Ron Ravello.
Before it came here to Newport News, you looked at like maps.
Right, absolutely.
You were using maps,
Yeah.
and one of the things you've done the last 4 years is now this will all be navigated with electronics.
Right.
Ravello said he liked to remind his crew what they're working towards.
Conceivably, one of their sons or daughters will be a member of the last crew of this ship, 25 years from now. That's how much life we're putting back into this.
Another generation.
It's another generation of sailors, maybe even 2.
To help recruit and train qualified shipbuilders, Huntington Ingalls relies on its apprentice school, with an admissions process as competitive as the Ivy League. Students get paid to take classes while getting hands-on experience and working full-time toward a college degree. These 4 graduates span generations. Each had a hand in getting the USS Lincoln ready for duty. Ed Spruill has been a pipe fitter at Newport News for 39 years, and his son now also works in the shipyard. Spruill helped build the Lincoln and plans to retire once the overhaul is complete.
What does that mean to you, to have been able to kind of see that through?
There's just something about this stage when you're ready to go to sea, that when you go down that river and you know all those hours were put in and now you go down on sea trials, just a pride in what you do.
33-year-old Ramirez Crumbly is an electrical foreman.
Do you think that you feel that pride too?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, I didn't get it at first. When I first got here, I just thought it was a job. And then to actually complete a carrier and to actually see it go out to sea, it's just outstanding, and it just makes you feel special as a person that, hey, I was a part of that project.
Fametta Cole and Christoph Lucas both served aboard aircraft carriers in the Navy.
It kind of makes you work a little bit harder, especially after knowing what it's like to live on that ship.
All 4 shipbuilders said working on equipment that helps keep the country safe carries with it a heightened sense of responsibility. And building ships with a 50-year lifespan can quickly become personal.
My son is 7 years old, and he tells me every day how he wants to be in the military, be in the Navy or something like that. I was 17 when I got in the military, and if he follows in my shoes, he's going to want to do the same thing. And if he's on a ship, I want it to be right.
Because you could be working on something now that he will be on.
Absolutely, and that's something I take very seriously.
Now, with the next generation of carriers already being built, Huntington Ingalls Industries expects to be busy for decades to come. And to make sure that they have enough shipbuilders to do the work, CEO Mike Petters actually donates his salary to pay for preschool scholarships for the children of his employees, hoping they'll follow their parents into the shipyard. Norah?
Oh, Jan, what a great story.
It is, but you know, aircraft carriers are the largest projection of a nation's power into other areas.
And they last 50 years. Think about that, out to sea for 25 years, and the sense of community around the people.
You know what struck me? The pride and the confidence is
in
what
that work.
struck me in that story.
Yeah.